Well, if you recently had any of your social media profiles hacked, it might be due to the Android Trojan called Flytrap. 144 countries were hit by the malware, including countries here on our African continent. The Trojan has been infecting social media apps and app stores. Well, to tell us more about it, I'm joined by tech expert Toby Shepshak. Toby, good afternoon. Welcome to All Angles. Thank you very much for your time. What a name, eh? Flytrap. I guess once you are in there or the malware is in there, there's no way of going out.
Indeed, indeed. But, you know, I suppose this is the problem, isn't it, Dan? That you know, if you're not careful, anybody can install malware on your computer. And I think people have got to be much more concerned about this and much more cautious.
What is Flytrap? What does it do to your device?
It gets onto your device and it does what all of them want to do, which is try and get as much information as it can about you. A lot of these malware operations do this kind of thing. They get onto your computer, they see if they, so it depends what kind of variety they are, but they very much get onto your phone, they look at your contacts, they try and see if they can find credentials like credit cards or login details, you know, all those people who save their login details in a note, just a plain note in their phones is just asking for trouble, because that's the kind of stuff that these malware apps are looking for when they want to exploit us and take, you know, get some, yeah, that's a good graphic. It shows you exactly what's going on, which is that people are looking for ways to infiltrate our computers. And of course, some of them are ransomware, and what they do is they make sure that you can't log back into your computer unless you have the software that they've installed.
And identity theft becomes possible then, in that once this Flytrap is in there, they can pretend to be you on other platforms.
Yes, exactly. So that's what the problem really is that people use these social media because people don't really pay attention to social media as much as they should, and they should be very, very cautious about what they are doing in terms of what they're letting on and what they're doing. You know, so Flytrap it's a bad one, but it's also, you know, if you are cautious and you do the right things, then you should not be being attacked this way. So what you really need to do is make sure that you don't click on things you don't know. Don't click on links that seem to be good to be true. Someone sends you something and says, this is what we're going to do in terms of, you know, if it just seems too good to be true. That's often the problem, isn't it? And people are unsuspecting, and they do that.
Yeah, and currently we spend so much. Yeah, and Toby, currently we're spending so much of our times on our digital devices because of the pandemic. You know, like now you and I are talking on Zoom, and people are holding meetings there. There is so much activity, and we're connecting with family, friends that we can't be with because of the pandemic via Facebook and such. So we're sort of soft targets, so to speak. So you need to be really vigilant when you are online in what kind of information you are sharing and what kind of links you are clicking.
Yes, always. You always have to be really alert to what you're doing. You know, South Africans are brilliantly security conscious when it comes to our house. We understand razor wire and we understand high walls and beams, but we just don't apply the same level of enthusiasm or paranoia to cybersecurity. So Flytrap steals credentials, wants to log on to Facebook. Facebook, of course, if we can get onto Facebook and pretend to be you, it can convince other people that you're a trusted source, and therefore your credentials should give people should trust you. No, don't ever click on anything that, you know, looks too good to be true. And Don't click on them in email. Don't click on them in social media. Lots of them send you a direct message on Twitter or Skype or Instagram saying you can't believe what people are saying about you online. Everyone foolishly clicks on that, and that compromises their phones. Always update your phone. Always updates. As soon as new releases come out, update them. As soon as new patches for software come out, update them. And if you're using Android, you should really be using some kind of security software. I use Kaspersky's security suite. It gives you 3 licenses. So I use it on my laptop, I use it on my phone, and I use it on my desktop. So making sure that all of your computers are secure, Dan, that's the most important thing. Malware takes advantage of vulnerabilities in software, and when people become aware of them, the manufacturers or the developers, what they do is they update it, and they update that vulnerability. It's called patching. And you need to update your software on your computer, on your phone all the time. You can't run a machine without security software. Even if you're running a Mac, there are viruses for Mac. And of course, all of these malware exploits generally come through social media, because social media is the easy way to do it.
Yeah, Toby Shepshak, thank you very much for your useful advice there. Very practical indeed. Keep your device updated as soon as those updates come through. And if you've got Android, make sure you got the right kind of security. He's, of course, a tech expert. Still ahead here.